Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining today. A quick shout out to Debbie, Amy, Julie, Doug, and Lindsay, anyone else who might be joining us today. Thank you for tuning in to practice. So if you would go ahead and lie flat on your backs, we will go ahead and get started. Looking at today and trying to just release tension and stress that might be coming from schedule changes with kids going back to school and shifts in the whole family dynamic. So just trying to put all of that aside for the next 30 or so minutes and just checking in with your body while you're lying on the mat, noticing if you're holding anything tight. Finding out if there's anything you can release. Bringing an awareness to your breath. Noticing how it feels, and hopefully you're surrounded by cool air and can relax with each breath. On our next inhale, we're going to take a counted breath, inhaling slowly for 6, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the top of the breath, and then slowly exhale everything out, taking the belly buttons all the way to the spine. And then do one more counted breath at your own pace, inhaling slowly for 6, pausing at the top of the breath, and then exhaling everything out slowly. And when you're ready, maybe even without opening your eyes, we're going to roll onto our right side. You can use a pillow or block here underneath your head. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back, open up through the chest. Take a nice deep breath in, open the mouth and sigh. Continuing this reach, release the fingers, stretch out nice and long through the arms and hands, and step that top foot to the mat behind you. Lowering that left leg down, gently rolling onto the left side this time. Same thing, interlace the fingers behind the back, open up through the chest, take a nice deep breath in, open the mouth and sigh. Stretching again, releasing the hands, taking the arms long behind you and stepping that right foot this time to the mat behind you. Gently lower that right leg down, and using the right hand to push yourself into seated position. Making sure you're grounded through the sits bones, even lifting the lower body off of the mat and placing it down gently. I'm going to start by raising the right arm. Press the right hand away from you. Reach the fingertips out, flexing through the hand. Gently tilt the head towards the opposite shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Keep that extension through the arm. Lowering that hand down to the mat. We'll do the same on the opposite side. Inhale the right arm up. Press the palm away from you. Tilt the head towards the opposite shoulder. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Lowering that hand down to the mat. Bring both hands up. Press the palms away. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears, and shrugging up when you push. Chest is lifted. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Interlace the fingers here, turning gaze over the left shoulder, tipping the chin up. Exhale, chin to shoulder. Gaze through center and over the opposite shoulder, tipping the chin up. Inhale. Exhale, chin to shoulder. Bringing your gaze back to center, release the arms. Inhale, bring them all the way up. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward. While you're here, pressing into the sits bones so the back sinks down into the mat. Inhaling, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold a little further forward. And then inhale, coming up slowly, rolling through the spine. I'm going to inhale, take the right arm up. And then exhale, bring the palm right behind the head, keeping the left body and shoulder down. Rotate towards the back of the room, leading with the elbow, and then take your gaze towards the elbow. Exhale, come back to center. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, open through the shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Hand down. Same on the opposite side. Inhale, bring the arm all the way up. Palm right behind the head. Open. Gaze towards the elbow. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, open. Exhale to center. Inhale, open. Exhale to center. Release the arms down. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears and down the back. 1 more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take the legs out long in front of you. And we'll do some hip openers here, using whichever leg you would like to first. Just making nice big hip circles. Guiding with the foot. Down and same on the opposite side, guiding hip circles. Lowering that leg down, ground through the sits bones, bounce out the knees, letting it release in the hips. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, chest is lifted. Exhale, fold forward towards the feet. Stay here for 1 more breath. Inhale, elongate through the spine. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, coming up slowly. And come up onto the knees. Bring the toes up right underneath the feet. And then we're just going to sit back onto the heels. Just putting some pressure and flex in the toes and elongating the muscles in the bottom of the feet. Inhale, coming back up and onto all fours. Exhale, round the back, drop the head, tuck the chin, coming into cat. Reverse the inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, round up. Inhale, cow. hold, taking the fingertips out nice and long towards the edges of the mat. You can rest your forehead on the mat, gently rock it left and right. You can come up onto the forearms and the top of the head for a little neck stretch. Up onto all fours for thread the needle. Bring the right arm up, opening up towards the ceiling, lifting the chest, and exhale through, come down onto the right shoulder, right temple. Inhale the left arm, reach. Taking a bind if you want to, placing that left hand behind the back. And taking the left leg out long behind you. Gently bring that leg down, hand down. Pressing back up into neutral. Inhale up the left arm, opening through the chest again. Thread through. Come down onto the left shoulder, left temple. Inhale up the right arm. Exhale, taking a bind. Stack the shoulders, and that right leg can come out long behind you. Foot flex, toes pointed down. Gently bring that right leg down. Right hand pressing up into neutral. Walk the palms one step forward, hinge forward at the hips, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Shrug the shoulders up to the ear and down the back. One more time. From here, we're going to take our palms down, long beside us, working to come into locust pose. Doing some back extension, just waking up the back. Slowly coming up, lifting the lower feet. Breathing here. Doesn't have to be super high on the first one. We're just waking up the lower back. Reaching. Release the fingers here. Open up through the chest. See if you can go a little deeper into the stretch of the lower back. Exhale, lower everything down to the mat. Bring the palms right underneath the shoulders. Press all the way back into child's pose again. Sink into the hips. And when you're ready, curl your toes under the downward facing dog. Pedaling up the feet. Inhale up the right leg. Nice and tall. Three-legged dog. And when you're ready, step the foot between the hands. Come up into a nice long lunge. Keeping the back foot activated. Straight through the knee. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, take the hands behind the back, open up through the chest. You're doing chest work here to open up the rounding of the shoulders that happens when we sit at the computer all day. Exhale. Namaste. Lower the hands down to frame the foot. Keep the left hand planted on the mat. Open up through the right arm. Gentle twist here. Big arm circles. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Hand comes down to frame the foot. Lower down onto the back knee. Flip the back toes out, heel toe that right foot to the edge of the mat. You can stay right here or roll to the outside edge of your foot. Come down onto your forearms to deepen the stretch. Depends on what you're feeling today. Back into long arms, heel toe that right foot to the left wrist to come into pigeon. Rotating that back leg internally towards the body to keep the hips and shoulders stacked forward. top right hip. Rotate it down to the mat. Bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Left hand to left foot. Reach overhead with the right arm. Stack to the shoulders again. Now bring the hands to the top of the mat. Come back into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Inhale up the left leg. Exhale, step between the hands. Coming up into that nice long lunge again. Keeping the back foot activated, heel up. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Open up through the chest. Exhale, nose to knee. Bring the hands down to frame the foot. Keep the right foot planted, or right hand planted. Open up the left arm. Big arm circles again. Inhaling up. Exhaling down, staying in this nice lunge. Lengthening through the back foot. Down to frame the foot, lower down onto the back knee, flip the back toes up, heel toe that left foot to the edge of the mat, staying right here, or coming down onto your forearms, stretching nice and long through the back legs and the hip. Continue to focus on how your body feels here. Space and tightness. Heel toe that right foot, the left foot over to the right wrist to come into pigeon. Again, bring this back leg rotated internally. Keeps your hips and chest straight. Gaze forward. Rotate the hip down. Left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Reach overhead. Stretch. Inhale, bring the hands back to the top of the mat. Coming into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet again. Take just the left foot. Step it forward and turn to the side of your mat. Using the two crease fingers, grab the big toe, cap it with your thumb, pull the chest down to the thighs, letting the head hang heavy. Don't hold the neck tight. Inhale, take the hips up. Exhale, pull the chest down. Inhale, hips come up. Release the hands from the feet and grab opposite biceps here and just hang. Letting the head hang heavy. Gently shaking the head no. No, not having negative thoughts and negative speed. Just shaking the head yes. Have positive thoughts and positive speed. And lower the hands down to the mat. Walk them over towards the left foot. And then we're going to slide the right foot out. Placing the foot down, toes down onto the mat. Feeling that stretch all through the back of the leg. Then we're going to lift the toes, pointing the foot and pressing into the heel. Lowering the foot down to the mat. Walk the hands over to the other leg. Same thing. Press the foot down into the mat. Stretching through the toes. Inhale, lift the foot. Flexed. Press into the heel. And do a little more footwork since we worked on the shoulders and arms first. So bring the hands back to center, heel toe the feet together. Keep them 2 fists width apart. Inhale up halfway, lift, lengthen through the top of the back and the base of the spine. Can you grow longer? Can you extend the spine and into the head, keeping the shoulders down and back here. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Palms meet hands, come to heart center. From here, finding mountain pose just for a moment so that you know your feet are grounded and in the right position, straight under the hips. Inner thighs are rotated towards the back of the room to place the foot down into the mat. Pressure points being the back of the heel and the ball of the foot. You can even lift your toes off the mat for a moment. Pull the shoulders back, chest lifted towards the ceiling, chin down slightly. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, palms meet hands, come to heart center. 10 times we are going to place the toes on the mat and lift the heels. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, lift the heels up, coming up onto the toes. Exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to bring the heels together here. Turn the toes out, making a V shape. Do the same thing, 10 more lifts. Heel lifts. This helps correct the posture of your actual foot, not just the entire body. Everything starts at the base. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last movement here. We're going to bring the heels out, turn the toes in. Same thing one more time. Lift into the toes. Release down. Working on that foot posture, helping release muscles, maybe even aches and pains in the foot. It then can cause aches and pains through the rest of knee, hip, and back areas. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pedal out the feet. Maybe even lift the foot off the mat and shake it. Feels different because it's not something you do just for your feet every day. Inhale, bring the arms up. Palms meet, forward fold. Letting the head hang heavy. Pressing into the balls of the feet and the heels. Inhale up, halfway lift. Do a few sun salutations just to warm up the body. Exhale, fold forward. You're already warmer. I'm going to heat it up even more. Hands to your heart center. Forward fold. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right leg, left, and the opposite. Down, downward facing dog. Up, step your foot forward. Inhale up. Exhale, fold one more time. Hop, stepper, foot forward. Hands through heart center. Lean. Exhale, hips to the mat. Great. On the outside. Lower down onto the knees. Sink back into child's pose here. Bring the hands back to the heels. Really sinking into that. Let the arms fall to the mat even. Where the elbows come to the floor first. Right leg over left. Left leg can stay long or come behind you. And that right hand comes down behind the mat. Palm down as close as you can reach. Inhale up the left arm. Exhale, elbow down from the knee. Turn gaze over the right shoulder. Keeping the back as straight as possible. Release, come back to center. Reverse the legs. Left hand, palm down behind the back. The closer to the low back it is, the straighter your sit. The straighter you'll sit. Inhale up the right arm. Exhale, right elbow. Turn the gaze over the back shoulder. Release. Slowly roll down onto the mat. We're setting up for a bridge pose. Ensure your fingertips can touch your heels. And on the next inhale, lifting the bellies up, rolling the shoulders under one more time today. Breathing here. Pressing the shoulders into the mat. And those feet that we worked so hard on. Releasing the shoulders, come down one vertebra at a time. Tapping the hips 3 times at the bottom to release negative energy. And coming into happy baby. Grabbing the insides of the feet, driving the knees down on either side of the chest, and gently rocking left and right. Lift the feet straight to the ceiling. Pressing the heels as if they were going right all the way through the roof. The toes tipped back towards the body. Feeling that lengthening through the legs again. Lowering the feet down to the mat. Heel-toe the feet to the edge of the mat, keeping the left foot planted. Drop the right knee into center. Relaxing through the hips. heel up the left leg. Heel toe the feet into center for supine twist. Crossing the right leg over the left. Both legs fall to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Back to center. Releasing the twist, this time left leg over right. Both legs falling to the right. Take your gaze to the left. And bringing the legs back to center. Recline butterfly, feet together, knees falling apart, rolling the shoulders under, chin down, lengthening through the spine. With each exhale, allowing the legs to fall heavier onto the mat, releasing through the hips. Close the legs like a book, leaving your feet planted for just a moment. You're coming into your final Shavasana. Allowing the entire body to fall loose and limp, completely relaxed on the mat, with each exhale falling heavier, releasing further. The thought comes into your mind, acknowledge it, but let it pass by. Bringing your awareness back to a counted breath and touching your thumb to each one of your fingers. Bringing your awareness back to your mat. Be touching your thumb to each one of your fingers and wiggling your toes. And taking a full body stretch like you do first thing in the morning. Gently rolling onto your right side. The reading for today, think about your energy. Examine and learn what revitalizes you, refreshes you, and renews you. How do you recharge your battery? Do you wait until your battery is drained before you recharge? Are there people or things in your life that drain you? Where do you go to get recharged? And who are people who enhance your life force? What feels good? What activities make you feel better? Experiment. Spend some time watching, noticing the impact of people, activities, and objects around you. Know that this is how you change. The impact of your environment and what's around you may change too. Tune into your energy field and the energy of the world around you. Learn to be sensitive. Open up on how things feel to you. Using your left hand to gently push yourself into seated position. Hands to heart center. We'll take 2 healing, energy-sending breaths. On our first breath, seeing someone in our mind's eye who needs a healing energy. Inhaling that person into your heart and showering them with beautiful golden light. And on our next breath, we'll take our own.